What's happening?
What's happening, brother? Welcome. How you doing, brother?
I'm straight, man. Just getting off work. I'm here.
It's dark in here. Good thing. What's up with everybody? Welcome to another episode of Leave It On. Let me do this right. What's
For
up,
sure.
everybody? Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Leave It On the Court podcast. I'm your host, Jay Dines, with my little bro, Giannis, where we talk basketball, everything basketball. I need everybody to go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Also, I need everybody to check us out on TikTok and X too, also. And make sure you be looking out for the um, make sure you subscribe to get to 100 subscriptions so we can give out that gift card for your Xbox or your PlayStation 5. With all that being said, let's get it started.
Yeah, man. We're going to be talking about 3 or 4 different subjects tonight. We're going to actually talk about the latest in the Jimmy Butler saga. We're actually going to talk about De'Aaron Fox and his maybe coming up his trade. We're going to get into the All-Star reserves announcement, and we're going to talk a little WNBA. So let's start it off.
Also, we're going to have a special guest too.
Ha 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 ha. Let's actually start with this Jimmy Butler saga, man. It right now, to me, this seemed like it's not even a Miami Heat thing. It's not even like a trade thing. This just seemed like a Jimmy Butler versus Pat Riley, just straight up. Just whose will is going to bend in order to get something done. We started off with Jimmy Butler requesting a trade, and then a couple of weeks ago, or just a month ago, Pat Riley was like, "We're not trading him." Now Pat Riley's like, "Look, we trading him." And at first, that bar was set real high for what Pat Riley wanted in return for Jimmy Butler. And what I'm hearing now from Wendy and other ESPN hosts is that it's dwindling down. Like, now we just need to get him up out of here. So, in your opinion, do you think it's going to come all the way down to the deadline and they're going to trade him? Or do you think it's going to happen before the trade deadline?
Well, being that so many teams are having an issue, or the issue is trying to find a fit for him somewhere that he wants to go, but also Pat Riley, like you say, is stubborn, so it's not really about where he want to go. It's about the best deal for Miami. So with that being said, it's probably going to be something that's going to have to go to the trade deadline, because I know that they're going to want to try to get the best deal. And usually those deals take a while, because we're in the realm where we might have to add a third team, something like that. And when you get to them areas, it's a lot of rigmarole. Like my grandma used to say, a lot of rigmarole.
Miss you, Granny.
Yeah, miss you, little Bell. But yeah, it's that stuff going on. So we gotta wait and see on what type of decisions they both gonna make, because really Jimmy don't understand who he messing with. This ain't, like I said, this ain't Minnesota, this ain't Philly. This ain't the type of dude that you really want to go up against, in the sense of he's part of the thick of it. He's one of them dudes that's a mover, a shaker, who can say things, make you look a certain way, as he's trying to do by keeping him out the way he is and making it seem like it's more him than us. Like, so he can shape the narrative. So you need to, like I've always said to my kids and to you and everybody else, you got to know how to pick your fights. You got to know who you going up against. Sometimes you got to know how to walk away if it's not going to benefit you. And this is one of them fights where Jimmy need to play ball, unfortunately, because sometimes you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. So sometimes you just got to set up and play your part just so you can get what you want. And I think a lot of times people let ego get in the way of that, because they don't want to be perceived a certain way. But sometimes after the deal's over, you can gloat and do all the stuff that you're going to like. I'm just telling them that so I can get up out of here. So you can just let everybody know where you stood with it. But sometimes you got to So he needs to learn that he's not picking the fight with the right person. He needs to learn how to, humble himself. Fortunately, much as I hate to say it, so he can get what he wants.
He, I don't necessarily endorse what Jimmy Butler has done and how he's acted. And I'm pretty sure his teammates feel away. However, like I said a month ago, no matter what Jimmy Butler was requesting, Pat Riley wasn't going to trade him, but now he is
Mm-hmm.
because of the way Jimmy Butler has been acting. So he's ultimately getting what he wants. It's just we're not going to find out if it's really what he wants until we find out what team he ends up at. And I kind of feel like Bradley Beal plays a role in this because to me, and I don't know, and I ask you too. To me, Bradley Beal is holding up this whole thing. Bradley Beal having a no trade clause with the Phoenix Suns is like really hindering this trade because it seemed like Jimmy Butler want to go to the Suns, and it seemed like the Suns is doing things intentionally to make Bradley Beal want to leave. And I think for Bradley Beal, it's more about the destination of, if I do get traded, don't trade me to freaking the Washington Wizards. Like, put me on a contender where I can, actually have a chance to win something. So it, the Phoenix Suns benching him and him getting limited playing time and him coming off the bench in the fourth quarter and stuff like that and being subbed out. Like I think these are this it's starting to look like it's coming from the owner's box at this point. Like, okay, we need to get rid of Bradley Beal. We want to bring in Jimmy Butler. Let me call the coach, tell him to bench Bradley Beal. Let me tell him to limit his minutes. Let me tell him to, sub him out in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line. Things like that to make him want to say, okay, all right, go ahead and trade me. But trade me to somewhere I want to go because he still has that no trade clause. What you think?
Well, I think that if you Bradley Beal, do you really want to go to Miami? Be put in a position because you got to see Tyler Hero is playing his position. So, do you want to go and compete with this dude for again? And um, unfortunately, if you want to look at roster wise, Phoenix is a team that looks better roster wise so far as for contention for a finals. If you look at their roster on paper,
Yeah.
so far with them three. So if I'm in his position, I don't want to go somewhere where I got to be the man because we've seen him having to be the man that didn't work out for him. And basically, he would be that if he went to Miami because he would be a big piece. He would, I think Bradley Beal would drop down a tier, and the team would be about. Hero would drop down a tier, and the team in the game will be about Bradley. But Bradley doesn't fit. I'm the man type of person. He's a he. That's why I think that the bench role fits so well for him because he doesn't want to be the man. He has the same syndrome
Mm.
that Kevin like. Kevin is the man by what's that called?
What the fault?
By default, because he just so goddamn good. So he can't help but he doesn't want none of those responsibilities. He doesn't want to be the leader of the team. He doesn't want to be vocal. He doesn't want to be the person that's in the front of the team. He just want to play ball, and he said that on many occasions. And Bradley Beal's the same type of dude. His personality is somewhat bland. So, most dudes like that don't want to be in the forefront. So you put him in Miami. Miami spotlight, the spotlight on Miami is down there like the Lakers. Do you want to be the guy that might have to play behind Tyler Hero and you in the system where you got to work every day? Because you also got to put that into play too. There's not a lot of people that want to play with Miami because of their type of work ethic, and everybody ain't built for that. You know what I mean? So if you had noticed, it ain't a lot of dudes flying to Miami, and a lot of it has to do with the way they treat their players in the sense they make them work. And it's a shame that players don't want to work because, as you can see, it works because Miami's always in the fold when the time counts. So imagine if you had some stars that took it serious, like Dwayne Wade, and then when they were there, and you see the results because hard work pays off, and a lot of people don't want to pay to do that either.
It's kind of crazy too. Like you mentioned, yeah, like a lot of you would think people will flock to Miami. It's Miami. It's Florida. It's tax free. It's beaches. It's sunny. And
Mm-hmm.
they got a culture there. And but no, you don't really see people lining up to go to Miami like that. So I'm kind of wondering, does this reflect on their culture in a bad way too? Because like you said, when Jimmy Butler ultimately does get traded, does he say something to other players about playing in Miami and what it really entails and really putting a taint on that franchise, on that ball club?
I don't think so because he like that. I just don't think that he think. See, he's reading the writing on the wall. He likes to work because that was his thing about Minnesota. They didn't work hard enough. That's why he wanted to leave there. So he likes to work, but he just sees don't know none of these stars like to work. Nobody want to come play with me because they know what we doing over here. They know we up here 2 a days and all that stuff. They don't want to have to do that. I don't care. Ain't enough sunny days in the world for some of these dudes to make them have to do 2 a day practice and run lines over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Because they lazy. And we've talked about this in other episodes where these dudes are spoiled and don't want to put in the work to be great. And that's why they just good enough. You know what I mean? Like, if everybody's just good enough, all you gotta do is a little bit more to be a star.
The uh, hmm, I was actually looking for my team, the Golden State Warriors, to go ahead and reach out to Jimmy Butler and maybe get him on a roster. But there's been rumors that Steph and Dre actually don't want Jimmy Butler in Golden State in California. So it's they call it a combustible situation.
Well, yeah, because Dre and Jimmy gonna fight. That's 100% fact. Say
If Chris and Dre didn't fight,
we could do this is how we do it here, and Jimmy gonna be like, well, this is how I do it, and he gonna try that shit he tried on pool and find out the grass ain't greener.
whatever, my money on Dre.
I don't know, Jimmy looked like he do that.
He might. He might. He look like he ain't scared, but
Size don't matter, man. Size don't matter, man. I done took down dudes bigger than me, so that don't matter.
they about the same size. They about the same size, and size
But
does
see,
matter. Yeah.
sometimes, sometimes.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
No, it's all about leverage, man. Like if you watch UFC and stuff like that, it's all about leverage.
Let's talk about this other trade announcement by none other than De'Aaron
Uh,
Fox. I was actually shocked to hear that one. Go ahead.
actually, on that note, we need to bring up our guest.
Oh, that's what's up. Okay.
Yeah. So, of course, this is somebody I admire for a long time, man. This is like pretty much our standard in our family for basketball. This is who everybody got to go through to, say you ball for real.
Yeah.
I said also, this is somebody that I admire, I look up to, that practically helped raise me. So we're gonna bring up my big cousin Verne Harris. Let's see if I can find.
Wouldn't give me my one-on-one, punk.
V is
Now my knee hurt, my back hurt.
yo.
Really?
I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm straight. What's up with
Mhm.
my cousins, man?
What's up, bro? How you doing,
Man,
man?
shit, been enjoying this, man. Been enjoying this.
Yeah,
My dog
that's
got his
Hey,
haircut. He
can I
got what
can
the
I
shirt
chime in on the
say?
Jimmy shit right quick? Because I was listening to y'all.
yeah. Go ahead.
Please.
So I know because I kind of agree with Jan. Like this whole shit is gonna be held up by Bradley Beal, right? But like it ain't no other team y'all would rather see Jimmy play for. 'Cause I think I got a sleeper.
I want to see him play in Minnesota.
No,
Minnesota and the Milwaukee Bucks.
y'all wouldn't love to see that nigga in Detroit. He
No.
could still he could still be Jimmy. K Cunningham got a running car, bro. What is you talking
He's
about?
not
I'm
a
just think about what I'm saying. Just
he's
think
not a
about it. He ain't gotta conform. He ain't gotta conform because they building. You know what I'm saying? Like he could still be
two
Jimmy
things.
the dog.
Two things.
I'm just trying to tell you, he can still be
Two
Jimmy the
things.
dog. Detroit is young. If you keep K Cunningham, you keep Thompson, and you got Butler.
Two things.
That's nice.
He don't like Harris. Because remember,
You got to get Harris. Got to go to get him though. You let go of Harris, Hardaway, and a couple draft
but
picks.
no,
Like
they like Harris because they really like Harris because he having a good season in Detroit. He's really part
man,
of the reason why
come
they
on,
win.
Tobias is young
So,
Paige Stojakovic, bro.
but
This nigga love to
secondly,
disappear when it matter.
secondly, he's not a get a young team over the hump guy. He's not that caliber of player no more.
But he ain't a fit in with an older team type guy either.
You know, he can fit in with an older team type guy because he did it with
Who does he fit in with yet?
he did it with Embiid.
No, he didn't. They didn't like each other either. Why he got up out of there fast as damn as fast as he got out of Minnesota, bro.
They were one shot away from the finals. What are you talking about? That was the team that Kawhi made the shot on.
Did they run it back?
No, because Jimmy left, and it wasn't because it was because of personal reasons with the upper management. It didn't have nothing to do who he was
Money.
playing with.
It was for money. Like it's
So
always been.
If I know if I got a chip,
one
bro, I play
Kawhi
basketball. You ain't got to deal with the upper management like that. If it's about a chip, bro, and everything is right, I'm staying. Fuck what the upper management doing. Like that ain't enough to make me leave. Is all I'm saying. If I'm that close to a chip, if I feel like I'm that close to a chip,
he not close. Like Milwaukee is close. Somebody like that. Detroit ain't close.
Jimmy won the team. Jimmy won the team. Jimmy don't want to be a second fiddle. He don't want to be all that. Like, or look, he want to be in one. He much rather be in a 1A 1B situation, kind of how like Tatum and Brown is.
Yeah.
Versus him going somewhere and being somebody's Robin to a Batman. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to tell you. So like with a young K Cunningham, with a young Isaiah Thompson. You know what I'm saying? With them niggas being young dogs, and you put a dog with them, an older dog that can still just be the dog and kind of lead them and show them how to just, you know what I'm saying? Protect that yard, bro.
And that's Motor City too.
But see, that didn't work out.
I'm just saying. That's just my suggestion.
Didn't work out well with him in Minnesota. That's why he left from Minnesota. Because remember,
Minnesota ain't have a dog. They didn't have Anthony Edwards yet, and Cat Anthony Towns wasn't that. Let's keep it a buck. Like Cat. This last 2 years, Cat is what everybody wanted for Cat in the first 6 years. You know what I'm saying? But he wasn't that when they had Jimmy, bro. He was not that, and that's what Jimmy was pissed about.
He was pissed about that. No, but it's always been the money. Every trade request he's made, except for Chicago, has been the money. Pay me, F you pay me. F you pay me.
Like I said, what I don't understand about the Miami thing is that the dude took you to 2 finals or 3 finals in 5 years. I don't understand what the discussion is about when you playing players that's hurt.
Because Pat Riley MO is I'm gonna use you until I can't use you. I ain't paying you.
But
like I use you for them 6-7 years that I need you in your prime, but after your prime, bro, I'm not paying you. Who else? He didn't let D Wade leave. He didn't let LeBron leave. He didn't let, you know what I'm saying, Lonzo Mourning leave. Bro, that's what he do. This is MO. Like, you can't expect a nigga to be nothing different.
What was you saying?
If you in your prime,
but no, Jimmy caused this time. It wasn't a Pat Riley thing.
All I'm saying as far as Pat Riley goes, you in your prime, he fucking with you. The minute you get to that point where it's like, you 33, 34, can I re-up for them 5? And he like, bro, I'll give you 2 or 3, but I ain't finna give you this 5. You can go.
Yeah, that's typically how it goes.
Everybody, bro.
That's typically how it goes, especially right now in this league with this new salary cap.
That's
like they're not, bro. Klay Thompson, Draymond didn't get it. Jimmy Butler, like these older cats.
But see, these dudes is getting paid though. Jimmy is the only one. They paid Kawhi why he was hurt. So I don't understand why what's Miami problem when Jimmy is playing, he's taking them deep into the playoffs every time. But you paying a dude that can't even play in the playoffs.
How many draft picks Detroit got? Do y'all know off the top of your head? I'm just shooting. I'm just spitballing.
My head, no.
So you think Jimmy put them over the hump?
No, I'm telling Jimmy gets them into the playoffs. But Jimmy gets to be
they
Jimmy.
already going to the playoffs. They already going to the playoffs.
I like the dog that I see in them. They young, but you can get if you get a vet that can show these boys really how to bite at that gate, bro. Like you might be better for it. You know, I'm just saying.
All right, let's jump into this De'Aaron Fox thing.
But that segue into that though too. Can I ask y'all a question?
Run it.
Who need a point guard right now?
Phoenix Suns.
Okay. But Bradley Beal gonna fuck that off.
Yeah, he is. So we actually.
So after that, it's like who got somebody that they're willing to give up for De'Aaron Fox?
A minute ago. Let's try to keep the cuts to the minimum.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
who got somebody that they're willing to give up for De'Aaron Fox though? Because it just don't look. I mean, it don't make it like to me. Like I feel like I would love to see him go to San Antonio if he was the lead, but I feel like he got to stay.
San Antonio.
But Chris Paul's taking back seat to that because you got to keep Chris Paul.
I like Minnesota.
Ain't nobody trading for an old veteran. Right?
I like Minnesota.
I feel that. Yeah. Get rid of Conley and put De'Aaron Fox in there.
Get rid of Nas and Dillingham or something like that, or Nas and Conley.
And get rid of Gobert. You got to keep Nas.
No, they ain't getting rid of Gobert.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, they gave him.
But you get rid of if you get rid of Nas and Conley for Fox, I like that.
Yeah, we had an extensive conversation about this.
I'm not necessarily mad at that.
Especially if they get a 4-1 day.
But I feel like that's the only two teams that can make a move for him though. Like everywhere else, it don't really make sense. Everybody probably got a young point guard locked in, or at least somebody that they don't want to give up.
New Orleans.
Who?
New Orleans. They can give up McConley and or because Brandon Ingram is saying he kind of worn out.
Who is the point guard? Wait, let me. Who's the point guard? Pelicans might need a point guard.
So if
look.
McCullough, yeah. If we get McCullough, I would trade McCullough or Brandon and somebody and pick him up and put McCullough in that shooting guard.
Check this out.
Get rid of Ingram though, bro. Go ahead.
Check this out.
I kind of want to go, but Ingram kind of want to go.
Check this out.
So I'm just
for our viewers who don't know, the Sacramento Kings are expected to open up trade talks to potentially deal All-Star De'Aaron Fox ahead of the February 6th deadline. According to Shams Charania, the San Antonio Spurs is the preferred destination for De'Aaron Fox. Just for our viewers who didn't know, now you were talking about teams who needed a point guard. Pointing out, we had an extensive conversation about this, me and my brother. And yeah, we pointed out Phoenix Suns, we pointed out Minnesota. I also pointed out Orlando. To put them with Ben Carroll and Franz Wagner.
This is the thing. If you were Orlando, you happily giving up Cole Anthony, but who is happily accepting Cole Anthony?
Yeah, and Jalen Suggs as well.
That's where I was trying to get at with the whole what are you willing to give up for him?
Suggs is somebody I don't think they're willing to trade.
I wouldn't, because him, Ben Carroll, and Wagner play well together.
And they like a family, so you don't want to break that up too.
And I'm kind of wondering at this point, if they trade De'Aaron Fox, is that are we going to full rebuild mode, or are we still trying to preserve DeMar DeRozan and Sabonis?
But see, this is my thing. They only want to do it because they don't want to trade him. I mean, because they don't want to pay him. That don't make no sense to me, bro.
De'Aaron Fox ain't fucking. Excuse me, my
man.
De'Aaron Fox ain't messing.
Because they ain't trying to throw him the bread like they're supposed to. I'd be upset too.
But no, he just turned down that extension for 166.
What can he really get?
That's still not a max, though.
That's what I'm saying. What can he really get then?
But if you max him out, how can you build around him? We talking about Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? They ain't the type of team that you can max out two dudes and still build a team. They definitely not that squad. 166 for 3 years ain't bad. And he shot that down.
166 for 3 years ain't bad. That is crazy to keep it a buck with you.
I don't think he just don't want to play for Sac because it's Sac, and he know ain't nobody coming to Sac, and he know that he needs somebody to come to Sac.
Yeah, but if you couple that with what you just said, if I know ain't nobody coming to Sac and it's on my back, then yeah, pay me.
But I'm saying though,
No, I
that's
agree with
still,
you.
that's
I'm agreeing with you.
that still puts you in a conundrum because if you pay me and we can't build around me, I'm still stuck in the same position first round and we out.
Hey, hey, my cousin just said conundrum. I didn't think you had that in you. I love it. I love it.
You see it,
I
boy.
love
You
it.
see it. You see it.
I love it.
Don't
I'm
know
working on my
word.
Stephen A. I'm getting my Stephen A. on. I'm working on it.
That boy been listening to
I'm
T.I.
working.
Verne.
We got our same last name, so you never know.
Check
Look,
it
I was
out.
listening to Paper Trail. I was listening to Paper Trail before we got on.
Yeah.
We good.
That's crazy. Jan, how come we was just in the car listening to Amazing? It's amazing.
It's amazing. Oh, amazing. Amazing. It's amazing.
That's
That's
my
comedy.
Do
That's
you
comedy.
think Darian Fox had anything to do with Mike Brown getting fired over in Sacramento?
Yes.
Yes and no.
I know for sure he did.
But I think it was
Oh,
because how Mike Brown was talking about him, though,
No,
in the
yeah,
media.
and they had a like
Yeah.
face to face and it didn't go
Yeah.
well.
And then it didn't go well. And then an hour later, that boy was
Yeah.
skedaddled.
Yeah. So
But that's why I say yes and no. Like, I don't think it was his fault that Mike Brown said what he said in the press. But
yeah, he
like
was
you said,
putting
that face to face ain't go well. That
yeah,
face to
so
face ain't
because
go well.
he was like, De'Aaron need to do this, De'Aaron need to do that, and De'Aaron wasn't feeling that.
Yeah. Mike Brown tried it. Like you
But
got a
see,
little,
so
you got a little cachet, but you ain't got that Phil
see the thing
Jackson. You know what
is
I'm saying? You
though,
can't use the media, bro.
but see, the thing
You ain't there yet.
is though, like Phil can get away with it. I understand he's
That's
Phil,
what I'm saying. You ain't Doc Rivers.
but
You ain't Phil
wait,
Jackson.
let me finish though. As a head coach, you should be able to call out your best players, and they shouldn't take it personal in a sense. I'm calling you out, just trying to put you on the spotlight. I'm challenging you. And that's the one thing I don't like about these younger players because they don't take anything as a challenge. They
Hold
take
on. Let me ask you this,
as
because
a
you know I
as
coach.
a
I'm
person.
gonna ask you this. As a coach, if I'm gonna call my player out, if I'm gonna do it in the media, best believe I done did it a week before and I ain't get the response I want.
So,
I'm not doing
but
it
that's what
before. I'm not doing one before the other. If that makes sense, right?
makes
Like
perfect
if I got a
sense.
problem, bro, I'm gonna say that shit in front of the whole team. Excuse my language. I'm gonna say it in front of the whole team, and everybody gonna know I got an issue with you, right? I hope I get the response I'm supposed to get out you. If I ain't got a response I'm supposed to get out you in a week, yeah, I might pop off in the media a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like that boot don't come before that horse, though. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't call him out in the media
I,
first
I'm
and
the
let me holler
opposite.
at you afterwards. You know
Able
what I'm
to call
saying?
your
Like that don't
players.
work.
I'm on the opposite end with that. I think you should be able to call your players out at any point in time. Because if I'm doing it, I'm only doing it. If you're not important, I'm not talking about you. So if I'm calling
I
you
say that.
out, you're somebody of importance. So that
When
means
when we
we.
grew up, yes. When we grew up,
But that's
yes.
exactly what I said. These players now don't take it as a
But
challenge. They
but
take it as
again,
I'm finna hear.
Mike Brown started coaching in the
Yeah,
2000s. He didn't start coaching in the 90s.
I'm gonna hear. They more worried about what they gonna look like in Twitter and on Instagram. That's what they more worried about. They not worried about the fact that hey, the coach might be right, and
Real talk.
let me put this on my back and show him. Cause like you say, when we was growing up, oh, that's how you feel. All right, all right, all right. Watch the next game. All right.
Nah, I'm going in the corner and I'm crying. No, no, trade me. No,
Nah,
I'm
um,
crying. No,
I'm
Yeah, that's
no,
how.
internalized.
because
I'm
what he
getting
say
mad and I'm
about me. No,
internalizing that, and I'm gonna make that work. You know what I'm saying? Just because I ain't a confrontational person like that, especially with people I feel like that's an authority, right?
no,
But
he
man,
hurt my feelings. No,
Yeah,
bro, no matter what,
I'm saying that.
our
That's
kids
what.
want to tell us exactly how they feel like any moment around this month. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what the world is
And
right
it,
now. I don't care
to
how
me,
stern you think you is, your kid gonna tell you exactly what they thinking in the moment.
yeah, but
right.
same time, but that's still our fault too because we don't instill.
Nah, it ain't our fault. It's just what it is.
No, we just don't have the iron fist that our parents have because of the climate of the world, and that's pure point blank. We can't do the things that they can do to us because we can be put in different positions that they weren't being put in. And
Yeah, but that,
I'm gonna leave. That's another conversation.
yeah,
Yeah.
But with the league, because we have these kids that are grown men now that were raised this way, you can't talk to them like that.
Cause ain't no
They
vets.
gonna ball up in the corner and say, "Oh my God, he put everything on me." But when you're the star, that's your job to accept that. If you're the face of the team, you're supposed to take everything. Because when you getting all the praise, you ain't in the corner crying. You ain't in the corner tripping. When the coach saying he did everything right, he passed and made everything play. He's Mr. Clutch. You ain't in the corner crying.
Mr.
But the
Fourth
moment
Quarter,
he say,
yeah, I feel that.
the moment he say, hey, he should have stepped up and make sure he contested better. He should have been more aware. Oh, that's what you want to do? I don't want to play for him. Man, that's sucker. That's sucker. You a sucker for that. And I don't care what anybody say. Because we old school, bro.
I get it.
So I need that. Tell me what I ain't doing so I can prove you wrong. The Kobe that's part of the mama for the people who watch basketball. That's part of the Mamba mentality. The part of the Mamba mentality is when Phil says something crazy, Kobe would go, "Oh, that's how you feel? Okay, we finna change that tonight." That's part of that. So if y'all can relate to that, you should understand what I'm saying. If you are a believer and all these people who all of a sudden are Kobe believers then if that's something that you believe in, then you should believe in what I'm saying. Take the criticism and put it on your back and show everybody you ain't that.
It's a lot to come with it for sure.
I'm gonna go with what my mother has taught me. It's not always what you say, but how you say it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can pop off, but
love that.
Pop off correctly. Especially if I'm the all-star here. Now, speaking of all-stars, the all-star reserves got announced, and there's some notable names left off this list, boy. And I'll read some of the names, both from the East and from the West. Anthony Davis over in the West, Anthony Edwards, James Harden, Jaren Jackson Jr., Alfred Sengun, Victor Wembanyama, and Jalen Williams. Shout out to Jalen Williams. Those are your Western Conference reserves. A couple of snubs out the West, or some people feel like there were snubs, was Devin Booker.
Did LaMelo make it?
Nope.
LaMelo Ball did not make the All-Star.
No, he's not West. He's East or is he West?
I think the
East.
The biggest snub in the West was Sabonis.
Yes, focus on the West. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Sabonis. You got Norman Powell from the Clippers.
Sabonis didn't make it. That dude invented the triple double. Let's go. All right, go ahead.
Kyrie Irving didn't make the roster.
Been up and down though, so kind of.
Zubac didn't make the roster. So and De'Aaron Fox. So no De'Aaron Fox, no Sabonis, no Devin Booker, no Norman Powell.
None of them are in the car. Norman Powell.
It's Norman. It's good. I love the way Norman Powell is playing this season. And look, he's putting up all-star worthy numbers. This is his first year doing so. Like, you got to do that twice. I feel like if he doubled down next year, because everybody's really appreciating what he's doing this year, if he doubled down and could do that 2 years in a row, he might have his first all-star, but not this year, bro.
It's funny.
And I love the way he's playing. I love the way he's playing, bro.
It's fun. What's up?
What's the question?
I said it's funny you say that because I'm gonna name the reserves out the East.
No,
and one of these names
focus on the All-Star subs in the West.
No, but it's a segue. Let him talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it because Jaylen Brown, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland. Shout out to Darius and Cade. First time.
I know what you're finna say next.
Damian Lillard, Evan Mobley, Pascal Siakam, and Tyler Hero.
Really, bro?
Tyler Hero.
That's the one. That's the one out of all 24 picks. I mean, I got three. I got two that I'm questioning. One that I appreciate the hell out of. Right. So the two that I'm questioning is, again, out the West. You taking Jaren Jackson Jr. over Sabonis?
Memphis Grizzlies are third in the West, and Ja only played 20 games.
I'm not taking him out of.
Sabonis is leading the league in rebounding, bro.
So
Leading the
Sabonis,
league in double doubles,
yeah,
right? If I'm not mistaken.
yeah,
Yes.
like,
22 and 14,
and
and
like,
6 assists, and six
like,
assists. Cuz.
bro, he crazy. That dude is crazy.
Crazy.
He crazy.
That's just one I'm questioning you, right?
Only you
And
know
then
the
and then
only
the other one is Tyler Hero. I'm
wait,
like, really?
but wait, the only thing with Sabonis is his defense is terrible, and Jaren Jackson got a little bit of defense.
I'll give you that.
Ain't no little
So,
So
bit.
I mean,
He got a
so
defensive
when
player
you
of the
average
year on his belt.
22, when you averaging 22, I think ain't Jaren Jackson averaging like 21, 22, something like that. When you averaging like those with 10, and you can, but you every once in a while you getting 2 or 3 blocks, that kind of like puts you over the hump.
I like Junior. I just think Sabonis is more solid, bro.
He's a more complete offensive player, but his
So I ain't
defense is.
completely mad at that, but I feel like Sabonis should be an all-star. But Hero, bro,
So the thing about Hero
over
is
Trae Young, who's leading the league in assists.
So there's a
LaMelo
couple
Ball,
of
what? Top 10 in
I don't know
scoring.
how LaMelo Ball ain't LaMelo averaging like 27 and 8 and 6
I
or
think he like
something.
fourth in the league in scoring, top 10 in assists. Like,
So I actually got in an
He should
argument
start.
online.
He should be he actually should be starting, to be honest.
So
he got
check
the
it out.
most
This is
votes
what
by the
happened.
fans. Go ahead now.
This is what happened. I actually got in an argument online with Miami Heat fans. Um, and Tyler Hero was 13th in votes for fan votes,
Okay.
but Tyler Hero got all the coaches' votes to get him in. Now LaMelo Ball was actually first, number one in fan
It's the
vote at his
fans.
position.
Yep. It's
He
the
was
first time that ever
third
happened.
amongst players. He was fifth or sixth amongst the media, but he got zero coaches' votes. None. And that's what got Tyler Hero in.
You know what it is? Is he going through that same shit that Trae Young going through? Them niggas is young. Them niggas is brash. They talk a lot of shit. And they don't care who they talking shit to. Voting is always, especially when they get the coaches a little bit of power, that's the time when they feel like they get to flex and punish you. You know what I'm saying? You have seen it with Trae Young a few times.
And Josh, to your point, yeah, he actually leads every reserve out the Eastern Conference in points, in rebounds, and in assists.
But see, when you say the coaches, that's that Pat Riley effect, bro.
No, it's been that. That's been that forever. It ain't got nothing to do with Pat Riley.
When you got all the coaches.
From the moment they started letting them coaches vote, bro, you seen that. If a dude didn't rock with the coaches, you seen that with Spreewell.
But look at who we talking about, which is a Pat Riley disciple, because we get Van Gundy was a disciple of Pat Riley. But Pat Riley, this dude gets all the coaches vote for Miami. That ain't a bit strange to you. all the coaches votes, and who is the dude that's coolest with all the coaches? Pat. Like, come on, bro.
Tyler Hero is averaging 24 points on good efficiency, shooting 42% from the three-point line, 47% from the field.
He's not playing better than LaMelo, bro. That's not. I don't care what.
Or Trae Young. Or Trae Young, for that matter.
Or Trae Young.
I don't care what he's shooting. I don't care. He can be shooting 50%. All around basketball, he's not playing better than either one of those dudes. Period.
Let me ask y'all this then. Do y'all appreciate Sengun making it?
I actually do, man. The Rockets.
Hey, Sengun be hooping, bro.
And he got
a little thug to him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't back down for nobody. Like, I like his disposition.
If we keep it Jackson, I'm putting Sabonis over Sengun, though.
Houston Rockets is second.
Houston is winning right now. I was just gonna say, bro.
Rockets is second in the West, and it's largely.
You gotta reward that.
We made the same argument for Jackson. We just made the same argument.
But look,
Memphis is third.
We
Memphis was
can't
third.
front like winning don't matter when it comes to these All-Star votes. Jalen Williams is only in this because of OKC record. That's not to say that. That's not to say that the boy ain't a hooper. The boy, I'm not saying that he ain't a hooper, but he's an All-Star right now because of OKC record, not because he's an All-Star.
Is Sengun better than Sabonis?
Nope. Sengun is just serviceable.
But he's not bad. See, serviceable ain't All-Star. Come on, Verne.
He ain't gonna guarantee. Look, I tell you like this: you could pencil Sabonis in for a double every night. Sengun might be every other night.
That's All-Star, bro. Every other night ain't All-Star. That ain't All-Star, bro. Every other night ain't All-Star. Sabonis every night. You gonna get something, either a double or a triple every single night.
Is Jaren Jackson averaging a double?
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson's averaging a double.
Yeah.
Let me check him out.
Yeah, let me see that, cuz.
He he don't play 46 games. He averaging 22. He 22 and 9.2. 9.2 is
low 9.
10 for a second. He was 10 for a second.
That's what I'm saying. So you can say that, or you can say that over both of them, though, because Sabonis is averaging 22 and 14.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, though. I'm saying that Sengun's a baller. I'm not taking nothing away from Sengun. But for my money, if I'm going to replace anybody, before I replace Jackson, I'm replacing Sengun for Sabonis.
The problem is, the reason why Houston and Memphis got these All-Stars in the game is because they weren't supposed to be doing this well. So they have to point at somebody and be like, okay, well, he's the reason why. He's affecting winning. So that's why we got a Sengun. Now, Trae Young actually agreed with you, big bro, because he was like, the 24 best players supposed to be in the All-Star game. That's it. 24 best players. Forget the record. 24 best players. And
especially when it comes to the bench, though. That's something that's most important, because when it comes to the bench, it's supposed to be the best guys that's left. It's not supposed to be about popular or nothing like that on the bench. The bench is supposed to be the best guys that's left. And they still making it partly because I like this dude and this dude playing good. But the bench ain't supposed to be about that. The bench is supposed to be the murder row. That's supposed to be, if these all-star starters are doing okay, we got these benches finna come out there and wipe these dudes out. You can't build a bench off I like you.
Yeah, like with a situation like LaMelo, right? He was first in fan voting, right? First overall fan voting in the East. All right, so for whatever reason, how y'all done switched up the voting shit or whatever, he don't make the starting 5, right? But there's no way in hell as a coach you shouldn't say he's 6.
Bruh.
And even more, the fans want to see him. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't understand that line of thinking. You know what I'm saying? This is where it goes back to the old school line of punishment, where the coaches get to show their ass and be like, yeah, we ain't messing with you. You know what I'm saying? As a league, we ain't messing with you. You know what I'm saying?
I think this is the biggest snub in probably the last 5 to 10 years.
Bro, it's okay if you don't make the starting 5. I mean, he should have made the starting 5 because the fans voted him in. But you don't make the starting 5, bro. You should be in the top 10.
And
there's no reason why you shouldn't. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
Starter, he should have been the 6th man on the bench. Period.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Period. So seriously, I put that on everything. This is
for the fans alone.
This is the biggest snub in probably 5 to 10 years, bro. For real.
So what?
I ain't never seen a dude who's averaging 27, 8, and whatever not make an All-Star team.
And we gonna watch Tyler Hero do 2 dribble step backs. That's what we gonna do.
He don't even fit he don't even fit in an All-Star team format. He's not even an All-Star type of guy. Like LaMelo got it all: personality, swag, everything. He gonna make, and he got dimes, and he can make them look crazy. This is what you want to see.
This is what you want to see. This is what we need to see.
We want to see
this is what the All-Star game need at this point. You know what I'm saying?
We want to see a dude that's gonna lob an alley underhand from the other side of the court and he actually make it. That's crazy. This is the type of stuff you want to see. You want to see a dude really do, like you said, a step back 3, corner 3. We don't want to see that. We got Steph in there for that. We don't need you to do that. And you ain't gonna put no flair to it. Nothing. We got a dude that can do that plus everything else. That's crazy.
So we just spent the month talking about how the All-Star game is lacking, for lack of a better word, that, people don't really want to see it anymore, yada, yada, yada. And they had to introduce this whole new format, which to our viewers, the All-Star game is going in a new format where we got 3 teams of 8 from the NBA and 1 team from the G League of 8. No one knows who Tyler Hero is unless you're really, into basketball or you live in
basketball.
Miami.
You have to be a fan of this game to tell Tyler.
Yeah, you really to know who Tyler Hero is. Now, I've been watching dude since high school, and it's no disrespect to him at all because he's doing his thing. He really is. It's just this is the All-Star game. We had a conversation about players we would like to see in the All-Star game, not necessarily based on merit, but based on their game fits the All-Star game. Kyrie Irving, Zion Williams, LaMelo Ball,
Banchero.
Paolo Banchero. Somebody that's going to do a ghost dribble and throw it behind the back and catch off the glass and then throw another
something and bang it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
Yeah, for sure.
Tyler Hero don't fit that, man. He white rice. It's just
he is not wild rice. He is not wild rice.
Oh, you know where that came from.
I love it. I love it.
Rice.
Regular rice. No salt and butter.
So look, I'm gonna give y'all the perfect lie because we only got a few minutes though. You're talking about the All-Star game and where the game opened up and it's played a little different. How y'all feeling about this girls league with the 3-on-3 full court? Because I think that's dope, bro.
So check it out. To our viewers, let me read about it. Let me tell y'all what it is. I don't know, have y'all had the TV on ESPN, been passing by the TV and seeing these girls in these different uniforms playing on this different court. So Breanna Stewart and my girl, Nafisa Collier, the baller, basically went in and co-founded the WNBA All-Stars League. It's called Unrivaled. So it's a new 3-on-3 women's basketball league that comes on Friday nights. And it was born out of keeping U.S. players in the U.S. and getting them paid so we don't have another Brittany Griner situation. So we got these girls will be making upwards of about $240K over this 3-month span, right?
They living in apartments rent free. They got free daycare. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so all
they didn't really put
these games are played at one site. We got donors from Don Staley, Carmelo Anthony, Coco Ball.
We got some major sponsors now. You know what I'm saying? They getting some bread. They don't got to go overseas no more.
So January 17th through March 17th. And yeah, man, I kept walking by the TV because I wasn't keeping up. I was walking by the TV and I kept seeing like, man, that don't look like the normal WNBA jerseys. I was like, and it's not even in season yet. And the arena looks dark, but the court is lit up. And they got on like these different jerseys. Matter of fact, Angel Reese got ejected out the game tonight. It's 3-on-3 full court. It's pretty dope, man. I like it.
Short court, like they're playing like a junior high star court. Like it's crazy.
Speaking of Angel Reese, the first time I watched the House of Highlights. They had House of Highlights. Shout out House of Highlights. Highlights be fire, bro. They had a whole I think it was one of the first games or something. Angel Reese had 17 and 17, some crazy ridiculous number of rebounds and points. And I was just watching the way the league go. Okay, so I had an argument at first about not being able to make the game global, but I didn't factor in the Brittany Griner thing. So now I kind of dial it back. But it is, I'm not going to totally bash all the countries because all the countries ain't built like this. You know what I mean? A lot of
Yeah.
countries you can go and still do you and come back and you safe. My worry was about the game since it's so small in the U.S. having it being global and having our stars and in these other countries and places like that helps other females in those places want to play ball, which will actually turn the game into an international game, but also will put more eyes because now we got people over there looking on the league. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you kind of mentioned that to me earlier when we kind of spoke on it. You was like, it's gonna kill the global shit or whatever. But I'm like, nah, because if you think about it, bro, like our dudes ain't never had to go overseas to play basketball except for the Olympics. But the NBA, the NBA is the biggest thing. No, but I'm saying the NBA is the biggest thing. But no, if you don't make it, but I'm saying if you don't tie down and make America exclusive as far as basketball, whether it's male or female, if you don't tie down and make it exclusive, there's no reason for the foreigners to come over here, right? They only come over here because it's different than what. No, but I'm telling you, the game and everything else about it is different than what they're getting over there. They're making more money over there and still coming here to play, bro. Do you not understand? It means something to say that you are the best in America. So locking America down to where, so let me finish, cuz. So locking America down to the point where our boys and our females don't have to leave no more, don't have to have no Brittany Griner situations, don't have to do that. They can do their WNBA season, they can do this undisputed season, and they can make their bread and don't, you know what I'm saying, make somewhat close to the bread that they was gonna make by going overseas anyway. No, they're good. They're good. And the basketball is like I swear to God, it's something about, like honestly, it's something about 3-on-3 basketball, bro. Like that's the only thing to me that will rival 5-on-5 basketball.
But look at what the impact the USA team and these teams have when our best players go overseas. But
it only means something because they go over every 4 years. It don't mean this much when the girls go because they go over every year. Cuz just think of the attention that the girls Olympic team gets versus the boys Olympic team get, right? Now, that's not to say the girls don't get attention, but they there every year.
If you seen Caitlin Clark over there, it's different now. It ain't how it was 3 and 4 years ago.
What you're saying is we need Caitlin Clark to go over there to grow the game for the girls, whatever. But it's like this, bro. If she go over there, yeah, she got a couple fans there because she done hoop there. She got more money because she done hoop there. You know what I'm saying? But we're still giving our game to their game. Their game is better than ours over there, bro.
Verne, I'm trying to figure out what are you saying, big bro? Like what's your argument?
What I'm saying
because his thing is because
if they're gonna make the same amount of money out here, but grow the game because we're in a different stage of the game now. The publicity is way different from 3 or 4 years ago when they went over there and it wasn't no publicity for it. But if we sending people to safe places that they can return and don't go through the Brittany Griner thing, we put a face like a Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese in an international place. It actually grows the game at this point in time of where WNBA is.
Oh, I see.
Not back when 3 and 4 years ago when they didn't really have a face.
Okay, so this will be my rebuttal to that, cuz the girls always have to go over there first, even before we had a league.
They didn't have no faces in the league though. They didn't have nobody as big as Caitlin. They didn't have nobody as big as Angel back then. Even when what's her name, Taraji and stuff, she still didn't bring the exposure that Caitlin brings.
Where you think Cheryl Miller went to go hoop after she got out of college? Where you think Nancy Lieberman went to hoop when she got out of college? Because they didn't get to hoop here.
But that was a different time. We're in a different age where it's more people can have more eyes on you. It's not the same back then. Nobody but people that knew about basketball knew Cheryl Miller was overseas. It wasn't no outside people who don't know nothing about.
My point is, we've had female GOATs go over to overseas and play basketball because they have no choice. Hold on, let me finish, bro. You gotta let me finish. We have female GOATs that have gone overseas to play basketball from the beginning of the fucking time because they couldn't play basketball here. If their impact struck around the world the way you were saying because they went over there to play, why is the girls' game not already bigger than what it was? You know what I'm saying? Because now we got something.
I just told you why. Because we didn't
Like you would have people flooding to be fans of this shit when we struggling to have fans.
We have never had we've never had a face. They've never had a face of the league ever.
Cheryl Miller.
No, why you think it was a big deal that she didn't go in the Olympics this time? They made he was all over ESPN for 2 weeks just because she didn't get picked to the USA team.
No,
so
you talking about Clayton Clark. I'm telling you, we've had.
These are the people that would represent us if they went over there. It would be Angel Reese, Kaylin Clark, and this particular.
My point is, we've had representation over there the whole time. You thinking that this is new? You talking like this is new with our girls going over there to play basketball? They have always went over there to play basketball, bro, because they didn't have a W. Because you're not hearing me.
He's saying we got more.
You're not hearing me.
Now I see what you're getting at.
They didn't have the internet exposure that we have now. They didn't have you can follow.
But game and fan wise, they should have had an advantage when they started their league, and they didn't.
But no, listen to me. You couldn't go to dinner with Angel Reese. You can have her photoshopping, videoing at her at a sushi bar and tying up playing basketball. You didn't have that back then.
You didn't have that with Michael Jordan either. You just had come fly with me.
No, but Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan's greatness ascended past internet. He didn't need the internet because how great he was. But these people in this day and age, it's more people that can see you. It's more ways to make yourself exposed.
To my point, if there was a WNBA when Cheryl Miller came out of USC, you don't think she would have been the female Michael Jordan?
No, but it's still a different time. Nobody.
What do you mean it's not a different time?
Nobody would have knew it. Because now just like you said, we done had all these players that have played in the WNBA, and it's still only 40 people showing up to their game.
So
you know who can hoop? You know how many people that know that Cheryl Miller can hoop more than people in America is people over in Europe because they got to see her hoop.
But now we got Caitlin and Angel, and the games are sold out. So that tells you it's a different in the climate of what the game is being watched and how it's being watched. So why wouldn't you want to make the people that's most visible and put them somewhere to where you can be making global? Because they need it more than anybody.
My only rebuttal to all of this is what would the players want?
Yeah, no, that's important too.
Hold on.
Of course that's important.
Y'all seen this yesterday? Angel Reese just retired her mama yesterday. And she ain't never went and played overseas.
When bought her house.
She ain't went and played overseas yet, cuz. You understand what I'm saying?
But she had an NIL. She could have did that in college.
Bro, okay, so wouldn't you rather them make money and stay home?
They still gonna make money because just like you said, they get paid the same amount overseas, if not more.
I said they're getting close to what they was gonna make overseas if they went.
More overseas.
No, yes they do. Yes they do. But so this is my saying. If a female basketball player, if I say in the off season, bro, I can have you come play in the Undisputed. You're going to play 20, 30 games over here. I'm going to make sure your kids is taken care of. You got an apartment for 2-3 months. You ain't got to go work with it. And you ain't got to go overseas to make this bread, right? Now, the take is you might make $200,000 less than what you would have made when you went overseas, bro. But you get to stay home and be with your family. What is you choosing?
But look, though, I don't have a problem with the league.
Yeah.
We're talking about sense of growing the league because that's what the league needs so far. So they continue to play these players through the
I think they're gonna do it like this because you get to see a different type of game out of these girls doing 3-on-3.
Well, okay.
And the league called Unrivaled.
All I'm saying is in the climate with the players that we got, the faces that they got, it benefits them showing them off globally because the game needs to make money. You got people overseas that want to spend money to come see you.
Do me a favor and watch a couple of the games and then watch their games as you're watching the game.
I don't have nothing wrong with the league.
I'm just saying, just watch the game.
No, I think the league is great. I need you to understand this part. I love that they have this league. I'm glad that they have something to do over the summer. Me, as somebody who's been watching the NBA, not the WNBA, not flourish as it should. It's just concerned with not taking advantage of the people that we have as the face of the league right now, being that they've never had nobody like this. Yeah, they've had great players, but they haven't had nobody with 1 million fucking followers, 30 million followers. They ain't never had nobody like this in that league.
And so you want her to go global instead of being here?
Wouldn't you want the league to go global if you a team, if you a league that's struggling?
Not before it's time. Not before it's time. Not before it's time.
The league has been around for years, Verne. So how long they gonna wait?
Cause you do know the formula has always been, even in music, you gotta be hot in your neighborhood before you get hot outside of that mug, right?
Yeah, but they hot.
All right, so they gotta be hot here first before it's hot somewhere else, bro.
Why we even watching this league right now is because they hot right now. That's all.
So,
that's the reason why
Cuz hitting the wrap it up box on this.
Hold on, I just gonna point out two things, and yeah, we are gonna wrap it up. Caitlin Clark is actually not playing in Unrivaled in this 3-on-3 tournament.
See?
So that will lend the cause. Like,
hey,
hold on.
Sabrina is though.
That she's not.
Sabrina is though.
What I'm saying is, you know, if she's not playing in Unrivaled to make the extra $200K, I don't know if she would want to go overseas to make any money.
She get enough endorsements. She ain't gonna do that.
Right. And then secondly,
but Sabrina making Nike money and she playing. That's why she's gonna be different.
Yeah, people love it. But yeah, I forgot the second thing, but that's a wrap. That's a wrap on this episode.
Y'all, man. I love y'all.
Verne, thank you for coming on to the show, man. Appreciate you. Always a great guest. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have you on again real soon. Bro, you know I love you, dog. You know what I'm saying? These conversations.
Love you too, big bro.
I love the way they go.
Hey, little cuz, I'm pulling up soon. We going to talk.
Well, we just left it on the court. I need everybody to check out our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Make sure you catch us every Saturday at 6 o'clock on Instagram Live. You can also hit us up on TikTok and all the other platforms. But until next Saturday, that's game.
That is game.
Over the top, you can't tell me nada, you can't tell me nada, you can't tell me nada. I'm about $1.